forget to like, subscribe, and share.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Before we get into this video, please remember to follow my business page. It is now on Facebook. So if you don't have Instagram, you go over to Facebook and you can make your orders. You can like the pictures and you can this, you can share, you can this, you can that, you can do whatever you want to do. But just support, okay? So it's now on Facebook. It's still the same name, T Selection 876. T's underscore selection dot 876. So please go over there and follow, like, share, and order. You can place your orders. And follow my Instagram at Tony, TON underscore II. Today we will be doing a story time of my accident. The accident is a meeting that I got this scar. Now, I asked a question on Instagram, what kind of video you all want me to do this week. And some of what you guys want me to do will get me killed. And I will not do it. I will not do it. Well, me do it, but not necessarily no. It will not want me text it for my sister. I'm not do it. I'm not doing it because she's miserable and I can't take it talking in my head. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to do it. So we're going to do a story time. Somebody, well, not somebody, more than one person suggested that I do a story time on the accident that I met in. No, it's not something that I talk about. I don't talk about it at all. I don't talk about it because one, I don't like people give me sympathy, or I don't like when people see me like me I try to be weak. Like me I try to be weak or whatever. So I don't really talk about it, and then because I don't talk about it, people are say, no man, something wrong with Tony and then when I talk about it, I look weak. So me not talk about it is a problem. Me talk about it is the next problem. So me really fall in the middle, and I don't really know what people expect from me. I don't know what people expect from me. If you don't believe in a like sign or whatever, I'm a Capricorn. I was born in January, and Capricorns don't like when people to see them weak. So I mean, I guess that's it. So I'm gonna start talk about unnecessary stuff I get in the video. So it started like it was a Saturday. Yeah, a Saturday. If I'm not Saturday or Friday, it was in August. So you know it's back to school time or whatever. People buying stuff to go back to school and stuff like that. So where I used to live now, I used to go to a church there. I still go to the church there. The church has like church anniversary, so it's like how well we perform in our classes at church and stuff like that. We'll get prizes and stuff like that, and it's basically stuff for us to go back to school as students. The adults will get like other stuff, but us students will mostly get back stuff to go to school. So my mother and the secretary at our church and two other ladies were responsible for buying the goods and wrapping them. I think of them responsible, I don't know. But they were responsible for buying the goods and stuff like that. So they got the money to buy the goods. So they were going to go on the road and get those gifts for church anniversary. I don't think church anniversary was the next day. I think it was the other week after. I'm not sure. It's been a very long time, so I don't know. Anyways, it was a Sunday that church was supposed to have anniversary. The Sunday before the Monday when we were supposed to go back to school. Anyways, it was like I was going into grade 10. I was going into grade 10. And you know that when you're going to grade 10, that's the time you choose what you want to do in grade 11 for your 6 and stuff like that. So I wanted to do art. because I love drawing. I love drawing and I love art. So I was going to do art. I did art in grade 9 and my teacher recommended me to do it in grade 10. One of my teachers, he recommended me to do it in grade 10 because I loved art. I was very good at it. I don't do it anymore though, just because. So I was going to do art, so I needed the stuff for art: paint, sketch pad, drawing pencils, crayons, stuff like that. Everything for art. I needed those for art. So my mother told me that she was going to get them for me. So I said, all right, cool. She's going to get them for me. So this particular morning though, I woke up and I wasn't. You ever like wake up and you like your body no feel. You just no feel like yourself. You don't feel like yourself at all. You just get up and you just. That was how I felt that morning. That particular morning, I woke up and I felt that way. Normally, when I woke up in the house every morning, I pianize me make. Pianize, especially past Saturday, I pianize me make. And then they send me auntie because almost every Saturday, me change up in my room. Me take out everything out of my room, put them out of the door, clean up my room, change up in my room and stuff like that. So, me never feel like do that particular morning. Me they just wake up and me they just feel, you know, me they just feel weird. And like, my mother wake up and she say, make we clean the house. And me vex now, you know, cause me I say, then I move to clean the house, you have to tell me to clean the house. Me never say that to she, you know, cause anyways, she said, make we clean the house. I'ma start cleaning the house with her, and it's like she say, she send me, she was sending me in the town to get some stuff for her at the supermarket, and I say, mommy, me no want go, you know. Mommy, me no want go, you know. Me no feel in the mood. Like me just never in the mood for go up on the road for do nothing at all. Me just never in the mood. And she said, go on and come back, man. Go on and come back. And when you come back, me want you come with we when we go get the gift them, because at that time you go buy the paint and something for you. I don't know which one you want, so you need to come. And me I say, so me can't just wait till when me I go with you to buy the gift them, you just get what you get. And she said, no, me want it one a supermarket and come back. Anyways, me ready and me go supermarket. That time my sister was working at the supermarket that I went to. And I was there with her and me I said, boy, mommy send me come out here and me tell her say me no want go up on the road, and she send me come out here to come on the road and me no want come. And she said, just take it to sit them and go around the yard because you know mommy stay. So get to sit them and go around the yard. And me and I did a talk for a while. And me I said, me just feel weird. Like, me just feel so weird. Me don't know. Me just never want to come on the road. Anyways, I got this stuff and I went home. I got this stuff and I went home. And I finished up mommy clean, and we were there for a while, and she said, alright, me go ready now. So she got ready and she called the rest of the ladies, the 3 other ladies, and she said, alright, me ready, so you can meet me. She lived the closest to the bus stop where we get taxi. So they met her at her gate and we all went to the bus stop to get a taxi. Fast forward, got the taxi and went to Brownstone. We're going to St. Anne's Bay to get the gifts. We were, when we reach, yeah, we got in the taxi and we reached to Brownstone. So we got to Brownstone and we're going to the bus park to get a bus. While we're walking to the bus park now, there was a long line of traffic from bus park. If anybody live at Brownstone, knows the traffic always at Brownstone, especially from bus park go out in the town. So there was traffic there. There was traffic there, and there was this bus. There was this bus in the traffic. There was a bus in the traffic, and he was going out in the town. And the doctor, yo, everybody know doctor go, come that bus, blah 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 blah. So we went in the bus, and the bus was full. It was kinda full, and doctor said, everybody know doctor, you can't hold, man, you can't hold. Go on in the bus, you can't hold. So we went into the bus. And I must say, we soon get space because somebody will come off down the road. So when the person came off down the road now, we got some space at the back of the bus. So we're at the very back of the bus, and all 5 of us were at the back of the bus. So from this corner to this corner, say it was me, one of the ladies, the other lady. I did 4 away. When we get 5 from, I did 4 away. So it was me, one of the ladies, the other lady, and mommy. So me and mommy did over them apart, yeah, and the 2 ladies were in here. So we're going to call the lady that was sitting beside me Miss Peach, and the other lady we're going to call her. We're going to call her Pink. We're going to call her Pink. So it was me, Miss Peach, Pink, and Mommy. So we were in the bus, and the bus finally left Brownstone. The bus finally left Brownstone, and we drove and we got to, we were at Salem. So we reached Salem. So while we're on the road, I reached Salem now. Well, that specific day, mommy saw my father. She was, well, we live with the father, me live with my father, me live with 2 of my parents them. But she saw him, he went to work the day, so she saw him. She said, Tony, and see your father do over there. So she passed him, and we passed him on the road in the bus. We never actually stop and see him, but you get to me. So, me never see him, you know, but she see him. Anyway, she see him. And then, back to regular. She was on her phone. My mother is always on her phone, just like me. She's always on her phone. She was texting, and I guess she was texting one of her children. I don't know. She's always texting, or she's on Facebook. She loved Facebook. She was on her phone, and I had my phone in my hand, but I just felt like I wanted to sleep. So we were driving, and I put my head on the seat, so you know that a seat is in front of us. I just put my head on the seat like this, and I was there for a while. Then I hear this loud uproar, and I lift up my head, and we're at Salem stoplight. Anybody know Salem? It was a stoplight where this fisherman beach is, where you have this blue thing where them sell fish, and then you have this taxi stand something over here, so we do a community up at top up so in the bush them. I did, yeah, Salem stoplight. So we were right there, and the bus was reversing. So the bus was reversing now, and at that time it started a load uproar. One man in the bus, me don't know how you reverse the bus. I need to reach out watchy. Me need to reach out watch before 2 o'clock. Anyhow, me don't reach out watch before 2 o'clock. Me in trouble. And at what time now? Me reach out. Yeah, he was going off. And the doctor was saying, yo boss, you can't easy that woman and his son. Me I can't walk. The lady had a baby. She had a baby, and she was, I guess she passed her stop. So they were carrying her back, and they must say, yo, you should have tell me, say, you can't back somebody go somewhere before you just reverse the bus because people have place to go. And this particular man in front of me was going off. I mean, he was going off because he have to reach out watch before 2 o'clock, or he go get in a trouble. So he have to reach out watch before 2 o'clock, blah, 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 blah. So he was going off. Me could take it nice, because as me say, from I wake up in the morning, me just feel weird. Like me feel really weird. And me never did want to lift me out. And then all of a sudden I want to sleep. So me just put back down my head. Then stop in eyes now and the bus a drive, and me put back down my head. Then when me put down my head now, I guess I dozed off. Because while my head was down, I heard a next uproar, like somebody said, warm to the money, man. Then I lift up my head a little bit. Like, you know, like when I hear like on your pee. Yeah, I did like that. And when I held up my head, I see the bus, like, see the road here up here still, and there was traffic on the road, but the bus was not on the road. The bus was running off the road. So this is the road, and the bus was, so the bus was running off the road, and I look to this side and I'm seeing bushes, and I look to this side and I'm seeing the road up at the top up there. And as we say, and that was, so it was kind of a blur. Like me just see, and then when I woke up, I was on my back. I was on my back and this leg was like this in front of me. And it was stuck between two irons. And when I opened my eyes, there was dirt. There was dirt in my eyes. So I was doing like this. I was like this. And then when I tried to turn my head, but my neck was killing me. But like I could feel like I was on top of somebody. So I started to call for my mother. I started to call for mommy. So I was like, mommy, 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 mommy. And then I felt somebody hold on to my shoulder. They held on to my shoulder and they started to pull me out. So they pulled me out from the back of the bus. So they're like the door, the back door, it was like, I think it was like up in the air. Like it was open and the glass was gone. So I felt somebody held on to my shoulder and they started to pull me out and then they hold on to my hand and they drew me out of the bus. It was two men, they drew me out of the bus. While I was coming out of the bus, I see that I was on top of Miss Peach, and then Miss Peach was on top of, no, I was on top of Pink, and then Pink was on top of Miss Peach. And when they drew me out of the bus now, when I was coming out, I saw my mother, and she was over like, she was, you call it, slumped. She was over a seat. Like I couldn't see her face or anything, I just saw her back. And she was over a seat. Like she was over a seat. Is it that she over the seat? Like she did look stuck between something. So as I was calling her. When they drew me out of the bus now, I was trying to stand up and like the man was saying, somebody other help you, somebody other help you, somebody other help you, I'm gonna help you. And I was trying to stand up and I fell because my feet they were so weak, so I fell and somebody took me up and he said, you can try walk. The man was saying, you can try walk. And I say yes. And I say yes. And he tried walking with me up to the road and he was crossing the road with me and people are pass and he said, tie up her head with white cloth. Her head bust it a bleed. Tie up her head with white cloth. Lift her up cause she can't walk. And he finally brought me across the road and he put me in the back of a van. I was in the back of a van with some other people that were in the bus. And he put me between a young male and yeah, I was the last one that went in the back of the van and he put me beside a man. He's probably he was probably in his early 20s. He put me beside him and I was just sitting there and I was just looking like I was just looking. I couldn't move and everything. I was just. And while we were on our way to the hospital, this man was doing 280 on the highway. This man was on the highway, and while we were on our way, the gentleman that was beside me tried to put my head on his shoulder like this. So he was sitting here and he was like this, and I was saying no, I can't hold on my head because my neck, and I said, oh sorry, and he brought up my head like this, and I was just sitting there like this. The only thing I could have moved on my eye, and I was just. Finally, we got to the hospital, and I got out of the van back, like I got out there by myself. I guess it was all the what you call it? All the adrenaline or everything like that. So I just got out, and they put me in a wheelchair and they pushed me inside. When they pushed me inside now, I was there and I was saying like I was saying to the person that was going to register me, like he was there asking me my name and where I live and anybody I can call and stuff like that. So I gave them my father's number. And then I said that my mother is there. I was telling that my mother is there, so I registered my mother as well. I told them her name, her number, and I told them that they can use my father's number for her. While I was there now, I see my cousin there. She's a nurse there, and she start by. She started about Lord God Almighty, Uncle Tony. That's the name of my father. They call him Uncle Tony. Uncle Tony, Uncle Tony, Lord God Almighty. And they had to take her out. They must say, no, you're scared her. You can't do that. You're scared her. And they had to take her out. And they pushed me in a corner. I was in the corner. Then they pushed me in another corner. And I was there in the corner. Mind you, I couldn't move my hands at all. My hands were like this. Yeah, my hands were like this. And I put up my foot on the little things on the wheelchair. And I couldn't move. I couldn't move my hand. I couldn't move my feet. My hands, my feet, none of those. I couldn't move. And I was just sitting there. And then all of a sudden I saw the doors bust open. And I saw Miss Peach, Pink, and Mommy. They pushed in, all three of them. And when I saw Mommy coming now, they pushed her behind. They pushed her in this section, and then they draw a curtain here and they draw a curtain there. Okay, so we're in a new location because my phone died. My phone always are dead, so just let's see if I can set this better. Ooh, there's a hole. Anyways, so where were we? Oh yeah, they drew the curtain. So they drew the curtain on this side, and they drew the curtain on the other side. And then the curtain to the front now, they draw that curtain, but they didn't do it like, I guess they didn't realize that it wasn't closed completely, because I could still see from the corner that they put me in, I could still see everything that was going on when they were working on my mom. So they were there, and while they were there with her, a nurse came to me and she was like, you're alright, you want anything? And she was there telling me that there's a bone specialist coming to check on me, but she'll be there in a few minutes. And it didn't take a few minutes. Anyways, so she was there like, you can't move your hand. I'm telling her I can't move my hand, I can't move nothing. So when she left now, like I heard my mom say, it's too tight, yeah, do it too tight. That's what my mother was saying that. So I was trying to see her, and the whole time I sit down there, me and say, she like, me did me and look, and like, me did me and say, why? Mommy, you can't die today, no? Mommy, you cannot die today, no? You can't die today. Me just did me and like, me did me and say, God, please don't make she dead. Please don't make she dead. God, please don't make she dead. Don't make she dead. Don't make she dead. Don't make she dead. Whole time me there, me I said, don't make she dead. 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 Please don't make she dead. And she did, and she was like, me I got dead. Me I got dead. Me not gonna make it. Me not gonna make it. Me I got dead. Me I got dead. And then after that, me not hear nothing. Me hear nothing after she said that. But I didn't take it as anything though. I just didn't hear anything, and then a nurse came and she pushed me outside. And when she pushed me outside now, I went up to her room. They brought me up to X-ray. I was where I was supposed to do an X-ray, and they brought me inside there, and they pushed me in a room, and one of the nurses, she was taking off my clothes. And she was saying that, alright, so you're going to do an X-ray to see if anything is broken and stuff like that. And I said, alright. And then she was saying like, you can't stand up by yourself. I'm gonna try to get up, but as I say, my foot them did weak, my hand couldn't move, none of that. But I was still trying though. And she took off my clothes, and while she was taking off my clothes, she said, what kind of sexy panty this you have on? And she said, what kind of sexy panty this you have on? Anyway, she took off my clothes, and she pushed me in this waiting area, and she said, you have to wait a little bit. She was so nice. She was saying that you have to wait a little bit because they're doing something inside. So as soon as they come out, I'm going to push you in there, and I'm going to be there with them. Like, alright. And she pushed me inside now. After I finished waiting and everything like that, she pushed me inside. When she pushed me inside now, while I was waiting though, I saw my sister and her boyfriend. I saw them outside. and they were trying to come inside when nurse did it. I think I them minutes see. I don't know. I wonder if I them minutes see. I don't remember if I them see. Anyways, the lady pushed me inside the X-ray place. And when she pushed me inside now, one woman in there she come at about stand up and go on the bed. What's a miss? She never said me can't move. She was like, stand up and go on the bed. And the nurse who did in there, we take off my clothes, everything, she helped me up on the bed. Cause me did me say I want to this woman here. I want to this lady or she. She was like, stand up and go on the bed. And then now, she one time she did that, she lift up my hand. And she no was like, she no realize, say, my hand. Cause I remember tell her, say, I saw my hand did stay. And she had tried, me I say, me, so, the nurse have to say, you have to take time now because she say her hand and her foot, they can't move because they might hurt her. And, long story short, after all of that now, me leave. Them push me from upper X-ray now. Them push me from upper X-ray now. Them push me back down to the part which part me did there. First, when me I go down there, so now I saw my brother and my sister. And my bag, the bag that I had, I couldn't find my phone. My phone was not there. I didn't get back my phone. So I only had my bag. So my bag, remember my phone was in my hand, so I didn't get back my phone. My bag was in my lap with my clothes. So my sister took out my clothes and my bag. And then they pushed me inside and while she had pushed me here, the nurse I said to my brother, like my brother did there and my older brother, not my twin brother, my older brother was there. And like into that child talking like him, I called him, I said, Tony. And when the lady pushed me past me, I next lady behind me, but you can't talk to her, she can't talk because her tongue split in her two, miss say. That woman I tell lie for me. No part. The woman, you can't talk to her because her tongue split in her two, she can't talk. That the time you know, my brother and my sister start crying. Cause anybody that start crying, you tell people about my tongue split in two, me can't talk. Anyways, then push me inside. When they push me inside, I see my father now. Father did a ball. Everybody a ball. I see my father, my brother, my sister. My other sisters weren't in Jamaica at the time, so it was only my third oldest sister there with me. So, as I say, some of my sisters weren't in Jamaica at the time. 3 of my sisters, I think 3 of them never did in Jamaica at the time, I think. I saw? First I saw, if I don't saw, I don't know. Them just never did near which part of did. So, Jody, Debbie and Casey never did there which part of did at the time. It was only Tanisha. So, Tanisha was there. Daniel, my older brother, was there. Jay, that's my twin brother, was there. Daniel, baby mother was there. Tanisha, baby father was there, and my father was there. So, when they pushed me inside now, my father was there, and him come and him ask me if me alright and whatever. Everybody a ball. And then, them push me in our next corner. And I say, again, the bone specialist are gonna come and here was cut. So they said that I need stitches and stuff like that, and they need to see where else I have any cut. So I was outside this room. I was waiting to go inside. I couldn't go inside unless there was a nurse so I was outside in a corner waiting. And while me did it in the wheelchair, me look and me see the driver. Where did I drive the bus? Me see him on one bed lie down. Me say, Kuya, alright, sometimes there. Okay. This man lie down on this bed, they skin teeth and me there so can't move and me have in a chair, in a corner, and this man spread out on bed. Okay. I was so upset. Come and say, oh, me can't get to lie down. Why me can't lie down? I was so upset. Anyways, they put me in the room now. And they put me on a bed. And there was this man that came into the room. A doctor that came into the room. And he said that they were cleaning me up, and he said that your head burst and your face cut. And then I asked me which part I feel pain, and I said my hand them can't move, my foot them can't move. And oh yeah, then they give me one whiplash. Me have one whiplash. So he was there and they were saying that we have to give you stitches. So where my head was burst, like it was right. Don't mind me trying, but it was like right in here. And they shave out the hair right here. Right here where my head was burst, they shave out the hair. So maybe I have no hair this now. Them shave it out and they dress it. Then they give me stitches or so. Them dress it and then they must say, no, they never give me stitches, and they just shave it out and dress it. And they must say, me need stitches right here, so. And them have to inject me in here so now for them numb it so them can stitch it up. Now this man juke me in my face. This man juke me in my face and say him numb it. So when him juke me in my face and say numb it, the whole time when him give me the stitches, me feel everything same way. The whole time when man give me the stitches, me still I feel it. And he was like, oh my God, you're so strong. You're so strong. You're so strong. And like me just lie down and he must stitch on my face and me just lie down. Everybody a ball. Every minute before I walk out. Every minute before I walk out, gone ball. Every minute before I walk out, gone ball and come back. Like, sir, when was you cry, go cry. Every minute before I walk out, gone ball. Everybody did the day, I still don't look for me. And then, when I finish stitch up now, he put me for sit up. And he must say somebody will come talk to me. So, when I say somebody will come talk to me now, I think it was the same lady that was the bone specialist. I don't know. No. The bone specialist come. The bone specialist come and you know she do all of this with me hand them and my foot them. And then she say, she will give me one sling. No break, but she will give me one sling to support me hand and I can change around at any time. You know? And then she'll get me the sling now. But next lady come inside and say she need to talk to me. So when she come in now, I said she need to talk to me now. Everybody come inside. So I say everybody a march come inside now. That's all of my family now. A march come inside in the room now. And she has say, she sit down like this. She say, you know that you were in a very serious accident earlier on today. I say yes. She was like, and you know that the severity of the crash caused you and some other people to be here. Yes. And then she said, your mother was in the accident and I am so sorry to say that she did not make it. Everybody start ball. Daddy start ball. Tangy start ball. Everybody start ball. And they still have a look at me. Then and I looking at me eye. They might cry and I look in at my eye them to see if tears are run out of my eye them and just while I do my dance in my $1,000 pants. I was just sitting there and then when she finished she said, yes, I'm so sorry to say that she did not make it. So when everybody done cry, I just say, the only question I asked, I was like, okay, so did the driver die? And she was like, no, he did not die. He's still in the hospital. And that was the only thing I asked. And then she was saying that, I think she said there weren't any beds there. I'm supposed to stay. I was supposed to get admitted until I feel better, but there aren't any beds there. Whole time I said they can't take up a little crosses man off of the bedroom this time put me on it. and she said that there weren't any beds there, so you can go home, and if you feel like you need to come back, you can come back. Alright. I could have put on back the clothes that I had on because it was so dirty and it was full of blood, like people blood on me and stuff like that. So my sister boyfriend, he had a shorts in his car, so he brought his shorts and I put on the shorts, and my sister had her sweater and I put on her sweater. I think it was my sister's sweater or my brother baby mother sweater, and I put it on, and then they pushed me outside in a wheelchair and pushed me down to the car. Pushed me down to the car and they helped me in the car, and they brought me home. When they brought me, I didn't go to my house. I went to my sister's house. I went to Tanisha's house, and my brother and my twin brother went home. That's our home. And while I was there, I went on the bed to sit down to lay down, and they put me on the bed to lay down, and they must say, you want something to eat, you're hungry, alright, you this, you that. Whole time my sister get a bag of call, and you know, and me just sit down, me just lie down, me talking, and then I call my sister, my brother girlfriend, to come pull on me hair. I didn't braids at the time, and I told her to pull them out for me, and then yeah, that day ended, and I went to the doctor. I think it was the same week or stuff like that. The other week after, just to do a checkup and stuff like that. And we had the funeral and everything like that. But that was the story time of the accident that I met in. I had a whiplash 4 weeks. I had my head shaved out. I had stitches and I pulled them out like 2 weeks after because, and I had the sling, and so I still have the scar here. My hair grew back. I have the scar. I have me can't show no. Like there's a section on my shank. You know where your shank there? The bottom part of your foot. If you go down to your ankle, between your ankle part there so and your knee, that is your shank. So there's a section right there, right below my knee, where it was stuck between the two iron. There's a swelling there. And it did not go away. That section where the swelling is colder than the rest of my body. Like it always feel cold, and it's still there. Like sometimes you go down, like sometimes it look like you go down and then you come back up, and then you go down and you come back up and you go down. Yeah, so I have this right here and this swelling and my shank, and from time to time I feel pain like in my neck or my back or stuff like that. But yeah, that was the end of my story time. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, save the sympathy because I don't need it. But share, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Oh, and if you want to do a part 2 of after I went home, funeral, going back to school, and my life after that, let me know, because I'm doing this for you. For all of you that are watching, I'm doing it for you. So if you want me to do a part 2 with what happened after, let me know. By this time, and I'll come back after this. Oh my God.